Welcome to the Mortgage Wise radio show and video podcast, where we educate and provide expert advice on personal finance, mortgages, and real estate investing.
Show me the money.
As a result of what we do, our team has helped hundreds of first-time buyers, experienced buyers, and real estate investors achieve their goals of homeownership.
I wonder if there's a connection there.
Here are your executive producers and mortgage advisors, Randy and Veronica Chambliss.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mortgage Wise radio show. I am your co-host, Mr. Randy Chambliss. I'm the executive director of the Louisiana Housing Authority, a corporate branch manager with Geneva Financial, financial educator, speaker, husband, and a father. And I have to my right,
I am Veronica Chambliss, and I'm the housing director of the Louisiana Housing Authority, and I'm also a corporate branch manager with Geneva Financial. So we want to welcome you all to episode 32.
Wow, number 32.
Yes. And today we're going to be discussing the excitement of the Louisiana Housing Authority and why we felt the need to create it and what it's all about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to first start off with telling you who is Louisiana Housing Authority. Louisiana Housing Authority is a trusted private housing advocacy and resource provider. The Louisiana Housing Authority coordinates community collaborations with trusted industry partners. These partnerships deliver a wide range of services through outsourced licensed partners that assist home buyers with financial and responsible homeownership training, home loans, down payment assistance, and facilitating the sale of your dream home, right?
Absolutely, guys. So, it was a time in my life when I was looking to purchase a home, right? I was 26 years old. I was coming after Hurricane Katrina, lost everything in Hurricane Katrina in 2005, right? And so there wasn't a whole lot of information that was out there to be able to learn responsible home ownership and get the proper blueprint or action plan. And even today, I find a lot of people asking me that same question. State the same statement that it's hard to find good information. So we tend to sometimes look and research, and we come across some information, but sometimes the information be inaccurate, right? Misinformation is out there as well. So there's a lot of changes that goes on in the lending guidelines very, very frequently, right? So Veronica and I, we always are studying, learning, and growing, not just personal development, not just our faith in the Most High God and how to be a better spouse to each other and a better parents to our children, but also in this industry of real estate and financing. That's what we do, right? So we just wanted to make sure that we're able to disseminate information to you guys that's going to allow you to take action steps, right?
And like for me, when I first stepped out to try to buy my first home, I was 21. I went into the mortgage bank and I felt intimidated by the questions that were being asked to me. And it felt like the loan officer was invading my privacy. I felt very uncomfortable because I knew I had credit challenges at that time. And after I left the office, I never called her again because I just felt so uncomfortable and she didn't give me that feeling. So I always felt like, So I always felt like, you know what, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm gonna make sure they feel comfortable. Like, tell me what's going on. And like I talked to somebody earlier today, she said, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, you can't. I can't help you if you lie to me.
Right, we're here to help you, right? We
So
want you to get the keys in your hand.
We created this so that we can, give out that information, also make you feel comfortable. Like you can talk to us so we can help guide you through the process.
Yeah, basically, fear is just the absence of knowledge, right? One of my mentors, Eric Thomas, said all the time, listen, knowledge is the new currency. Get you some, right? Right, you better get you some. So at the end of the day, knowledge, takes away that fear, right? Fear is false expectations appearing real. But when we set the proper expectation through a proper consultation that we have free consultation, and then give you an action plan to follow, then the fear goes away because you have mentors, right?
Yeah. And I feel like it's our duty because we are the licensed professional in this industry that people depend on us to give them that correct information. If we don't know, I'm not afraid to say I don't know something. I'm gonna find out. We have a lot of support, so I will find out, right?
Yeah, I mean, we just stated, that guidelines change frequently, like literally, right?
So it's our duty to facilitate this information to you guys.
Right. So, have you ever been in that same situation where you was looking to embark on a goal and accomplish it, but you couldn't find the proper information, you couldn't get the proper mentor? So we all been there, right? So that's the whole purpose. One of the major purposes we created Louisiana Housing Authority, right? So let's just dive right into a little bit about some of the benefits of Louisiana Housing Authority. So first off, when you go to lahousinauthority.org, write that down, louisianahousingauthority.org. When you get there, you're going to see some content at the very, very top. You'll see our telephone number, but you're going to see some tabs, right? About us, the Buy a Home tab, Homes for Heroes. We can talk a little bit about that today, education tab, etc., right? But then you'll notice right on the right-hand side, there's an opt-in form for individuals to put in their name, contact information, and we get some simple, easy information that you can share to give us an idea how we can help you best when you reach out to us. Because when you fill out this form, basically you'll be scheduling a phone consultation for free with us, right? We take time out our busy schedule to be able to give individuals a good plan. And then as you scroll down a little bit right to the right, you'll see some videos, right? And these videos is designed to be able to provide 2-3 minute short clips of information, and then also designed to be able to give you long-term information. So a lot of the episodes we mentioned at the very beginning, this episode 32. So we took some of the episodes and actually put them on the website so individuals will take their time at their pace to be able to study and learn. And on About Us tab, we had just did an interview on the international podcast platform, just give you a lot of details of why we created it and what our backgrounds are. And then we got the mission statement, right? At the end of the day, it's all about the mission. Our mission is very clear. We want to increase homeownership, prevent foreclosure, and reduce homelessness in Louisiana. And our vision, I'm excited about it because our vision is to be the most sought after housing resource provider in Louisiana. And when we say resource, we mean that everything that you need from title companies to, what's your credit score needs to be, information, home loans through Geneva Financial, we're able to give you access to that information. But, everything's built on truth and justice, right? Because we focus on doing things right. We engage in no transaction that will not benefit all human effects. They're non-negotiable, they're unwavering core principles. That's the way we were built. That's who we are, right? And so the results you might be asking, that sounds good, Randy. Y'all been doing this a long time, but what are some of your results? Well, it's very clear. As a result of our expert guidance and clear action plan, we've helped many people attain home loans to achieve their dream home and financial security through Geneva Financial, right? Our home buyers, Veronica was mentioned earlier, now we feel empowered. Well, they feel empowered. They feel determined right now. They feel inspired, motivated, and they feel educated on the home buying process powered by our human experience, right? You'll hear me talk about, Veronica say human experience all the time because it's not just apps on the phone, just not website. No, you're going to get us to have a conversation with you. We have a human one-on-one experience with you, right? No bots? None of that, right? And so when you go to the Homes for Heroes program, anybody that is in the healthcare industry,
teachers,
teachers,
military, firefighters, police.
Right. These are individuals that we want to give back to. They give their life every single day. And we want to say thank you. And a lot of our heroes don't know that this benefit program is there for them. They can have access to these benefits. They just need to be aware. That's why we have our advocacy piece to Louisiana Housing Authority. Long story short, it gives them 100% finance, right? 100% finance. And on the education tab, we took a variety of videos that we've done with the Mortgage Wise radio show and put that content on it. And so that person have different episodes that talks about details of the Homes for Heroes initiative and benefit program. It talks about 10 steps to home ownership. We brought on some special guests. You know, listen, we put a lot of content on this. It took us over a year to really launch LAHousingAuthority.org and Louisiana Housing Authority, because we wanted to make sure it was done right, right? And so there's a ton of free information. You know, there's not information that we're gonna say, hey, we gotta charge you $75 a month for it. It's free, right? And the reason why we've done it like that, because people have told me many times, Randy, why are you giving all this information for free? And why you should be charging for it? Well, a lot of people sometimes miss the point that the most valuable thing that you have in your life is free. It came to you at no cost. Let me prove it to you. Your life, you was born in this world. How much did it cost you to come into this world? You have eyesight. You can hear me right now. You can hear Veronica. You can see Veronica. That cost you nothing. You have your family members, right? Your brothers and sisters, your children, your parents. That was free. Your health, free. So listen, guys, free stuff is the most valuable things that you can obtain. So I don't, and Veronica and I, we don't hesitate to give away free material, right? Now, when you go to the resource page, we have a ton of information underneath how to get involved with our homeownership advocacy, resource list, home buying tips, foreclosure prevention. Those are people who are facing foreclosure, they don't know what to do next, right? Down payment assistance for individuals that's outside of our Heroes program. We have financial wellness. It's just a ton of information, guys. So it's very beneficial because individuals get to go to the website, learn and grow on their pace. Hope that makes some sense, guys. Now, having said that, when we look at, you know, the results that we talk about, the goal is to increase home ownership. But if somebody is in debt, their living expenses is high, they don't have enough cash assets, right? Then they're not ready just yet. But that doesn't mean that they're not ever going to be ready, right? They just need a blueprint. So what we do is not only that we give them the resources to learn at their pace, we do a phone consultation with them for free, and we give them an action plan. Some people is ready to go right now. They don't even know it, right? Listen, you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people think that they need 20% to put down, right? A lot of people think they need a 700 credit score to move forward with a home loan. And so when we're having this conversation, Veronica and I, we actually dig out information, right? To see how can we help, right? We're on your side, right? So, you know, that's, you know, part of that's quite a few reasons why we decided to create Louisiana Housing Authority.
Yeah, because a simple piece like that, like you still have a lot of people out here that think, okay, I need 20% to put down. I had a lady I talked to earlier today, same thing. She said, well, how much I need for a down payment? Say 3.5%, in some cases 3%. She said, what? Like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we need to keep this information going forward. Yeah. Right?
Absolutely. You know, let's just dive into that down payment just a little bit, right? You know, we have two programs, right? One is 3.5% of the purchase price, but we can go up to 5% of the purchase price, right? And what's beautiful about this thing, depending on how motivated the seller is, right? Like we have a client right now, and not this a disclosure, this is not for everybody. Every situation is different, just to put that out there. Another disclosure, Louisiana Housing Authority is not a government entity, right? We are a private organization. We are a homeownership advocacy initiative where we take an initiative going out and we advocating on behalf of homeownership. And we also a resource provider. That's it, simple as that, right? Geneva Financial is the home lender, it's the mortgage bank behind Louisiana Housing Authority, right? And so my point is this, we use Geneva file down payment assistance as well, right? And so what that looks like is this, just to tell you a quick story. Young man, he's getting a loan right now, and he was able to negotiate with the seller, right? The loan, I think, is about right over 200,000. The seller agreed to give him $10,000 in a seller credit, which some people hear it or know it as a seller concession, right? Meaning that the seller themselves can give you up to 6% of the purchase price if you're doing an FHA. In this case, he's giving them $10,000. Now we're coupling that, right? We're coupling that with a down payment assistance up to 5% of that. So when we look at his potential estimated closing costs, right? He's going to get back $300 at the closing table, right? Because the down payment is covered through the down payment. All his closing costs, meaning his insurance premium, his taxes for the city, the property taxes, the title settlement company fees, all those things are already being paid for by the seller, right? Why I'm saying that? Well, I'm saying that because you could be as creative if you want in this industry, but you have to have the knowledge and know how to be creative, right? Now, other stores, the seller don't give you anything, right? The seller say, I ain't giving you a dime if you don't want the house, somebody else right behind you. I got 10 more people ready to go, right? Well, and if it's that case, the down payment assistance program still is effective because some people don't have all of the cash for the down payment and the prepayments and the closing costs, right? And so now that gives them an opportunity that they didn't necessarily have before. You know, if you don't have access to the down payment assistance, you don't have all the money, you can't buy a home. It's just that simple, right? Now, in addition to individuals who do have all the cash, some of them, as they weigh the option, they consider, right? It's up to them. They consider we'll use it because we want to keep some of our cash in hand for some new furniture or to update the paint in the house or whatever the situation
just
is.
To feel comfortable moving into a home, you don't want to liquidate all of your savings.
Absolutely, the saving that you work hard for all that time. So just think about that. You know, that down payment assistance is a great tool. Louisiana Housing Authority is a great resource and tool for education and to get access to this information. And having said that, guys, and anything else you want to add before we leave out? Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm super excited, guys. You enjoy the rest of your day on purpose. God bless.
God bless. Good night.
Good night, you all.
Good night,
Good
Ms.
night, Ms.
Gloria.
Gloria. Have a good one.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
That brings today's show to a close.
Oh, come on!
Thank you for listening to the Mortgage Wise Radio show and video podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with a friend and subscribe. Please follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at the Mortgage Wise Radio Show. If you want to learn more about what we talked about today, give us a call at 504-270-2783. Or to view our podcast library, please visit our website, themortgagewiseradioshow.com.
Autobots, roll out!
Until next time, choose to have a great day on purchase, Mortgage Wise friends.
Go home.
Go home.
Be safe, everybody.
Good night.